and Adwick.
This platform does not have tactile paving at the edge.
Bentley and Adwick.
Please mind the step when boarding this train, and be aware this platform does not have tactile paving at the edge.
Grand Central 180 Atlante service going direct to London King's Cross. LNER Azuma set, also to London King's Cross. Two London King's Cross services. Who will go first? But instead, the LNER is going first, meaning Grand Central will follow 3 minutes behind it.
The next train to arrive at platform 4 will be the 12:11 LNER Azuma service to Edinburgh. Toilet York, Northampton, Darlington, Durham, Newcastle and Edinburgh. This train has 9 tickets. First class accommodation can be found in zones 4 to 2. Standard class in zones 10 to 5.
That signal up there then must be for platform 1.
Speak to staff or text the British Transport Police on 61016. We have sorted. See it, say it, sorted.
And yet the Grand Central is leaving. So that must be platform 3's signal. Why he had a green while LNER was leaving, I'm not sure. This is the LNER Azuma set to Edinburgh. and the signal for the down fast to London has just gone to a double yellow. Down fast has just been given the green, and we have two northbound LNER services. One on platform 4 is for Edinburgh, and the one soon to come in on platform 8 is splitting here at Doncaster for the service to Leeds. The Edinburgh service is just about to depart. As a local northern service is pulling in from Leeds. Central on the down fast to London. Here comes the Leeds service going on to platform 8. Service to Sheffield, coming in on platform 3B. As you can see at Doncaster, services for York, Newcastle, Edinburgh and Aberdeen on the up East Coast Main Line and down East Coast Main Line go straight through on these middle tracks, whereas Leeds services turn off to the left for the diversion via Wakefield Westgate and Leeds. Here we have the Leeds service departing, where it will turn off from the main line here and go to Leeds. So as you can see, the Leeds service is on the left 2 tracks, which diverge at Doncaster for the Leeds branch, while northbound services going up to Newcastle in Scotland stay on the middle 2 lines, going northbound up the East Coast Main Line. Have another 91 set, going fast to London, only calling at Peterborough. That is 91-105 in classic old Intercity livery. Luckily some of these 91s are still around. We haven't replaced all of them with Azumas just yet. So here at Doncaster, heading northbound, the East Coast Main Line splits between the York, Newcastle, Edinburgh and Aberdeen lines and the Leeds lines on the left. However, the Bradford service, operated by Grand Central, takes a slightly different route. It will be travelling for a few miles up the York, Newcastle and Edinburgh lines, where around Nottingley it will diverge onto a diesel-only line to go via Wakefield Kirkgate and then Brighouse, Halifax and head up to Bradford. And we have a fast LNER on the down fast to London. Obviously our 91 here will have to wait until the fast LNER service is cleared. As you can see, Grand Central is signalled onto the York, Newcastle and Edinburgh lines, where it will divert around Nottingley before York. And there goes the northern service to Sheffield, diverting onto the Sheffield line. Here we have a local service to Leeds, where the LNER Azumas only stop at Wakefield Westgate. These services stop at all kinds of stations along the route. And our LNER Azuma to London King's Cross is now ready to depart. And we have a fast LNER Azuma on the up fast. And we have a freight service coming through platform 3. Freight service has got a caution, proceed at a slow speed. And we have another Class 66 only locomotive approaching a red signal on the down fast. And That northern service that has just come in is bound for the Sheffield branch. Obviously our Class 66 locomotive here has to wait on a red signal until this other freight service has cleared the line.
This train has 6 sections. New visual platforms, passengers for Scunthorpe, Barnsley and
This is the Class 185 from Cleethorpes on its way to Sheffield, Manchester Piccadilly and Liverpool Lime Street. Once he is ready to depart, he will cross the 2 fast lines onto the line on the right and then divert onto the Sheffield branch, where from Sheffield he will continue to Manchester Piccadilly and Liverpool Lime Street. That's another LNER Azuma set, bound for London King's Cross, stopping at all LNER stations en route. And we have a 170 here, crossing the East Coast Main Line to join the line towards Thorn and Hull. Here we have the Transpennine Express going in the opposite direction, where it will cross the East Coast Main Line, and then after that divert to the right onto the line towards Thorn, where at Thorn it will divert onto the line to Scunthorpe, Barnaby and Cleethorpes. have northbound LNER Azuma, which is going up the Leeds branch to Wakefield and Leeds. And the Transpennine service to Liverpool has the road to cross the East Coast Main Line onto the Sheffield branch. And the Leeds service is now departing from platform 4, consisting of 2 Class 800 LNER Azumas coupled together. Here we have another LNER Azuma set, bound for London King's Cross.
Country service to Penzance. It will now leave from platform 8. Call it Sheffield, Chesterfield, Derby, Tamworth, Birmingham New Street, Cheltenham Spa, Bristol Parkway, Bristol Temple Meads, Taunton, Tiverton Parkway, Exeter St David's, Newton Abbot, Totnes, Plymouth, Liscard, Bodmin Parkway, St Austell, Truro, Redruth, St Erth and Penzance. This train has 5 coaches. First class accommodation found in Zone 7, standard class in Zones 3 to 6, cycle spaces, Zone 4, wheelchairs in Zones 3 and 7.
Please don't understand when boarding this train. Be aware, this platform does not have tactile pavement at the edge.
The cross-country services come from Scotland, Newcastle, along the East Coast Main Line, and then at York they divert where they go to Leeds, and then they come down the Leeds Wakefield branch to come here to Doncaster, where at Doncaster they split from the East Coast Main Line altogether, diverting right towards Sheffield, where from Sheffield they then join the Midland Main Line, going down towards Chesterfield, Derby, and then at Derby they split once again to go towards Birmingham New Street, and at Birmingham New Street they split to go to Bristol and the southwest. Over here is the quite recently constructed Platform 0. This was constructed so that services terminating at Doncaster heading towards Hull up the track on the right hand side would not have to come into Platform 1 like they usually do, blocking services for London King's Cross. They now have their own dedicated Platform 0 off to the right hand side, connected by this footbridge, which comes down to Platform 3.
London King's Cross. Call it Newark Northgate, Peterborough and London King's Cross. This train has 9 coaches. First class accommodation can be found in zones 1, 2 and 3. Standard train has 10 coaches. First class accommodation can be found in zones 7 and 6, 2 and 1. Standard class in zones 10 to 8 and 5 to 3.
Please mind the step when boarding this train and be aware this platform does not have tactile paving at the edge.
Train at platform 4 is the 1305 LMER Azuma, service to York. 4 of the 1305 LMER Azuma, service to York. First class accommodation can be found in zones 7 and 6, 2 and 1. Standard class in zones 10 to 8 and 5 to 3.
Please mind the step when boarding this train and be aware this platform does not have tactile paving at the edge.
Train at platform 0 is the 1305 Northern service to Hull. At Kirk Sandal, Hatfield and Stainford, Thorn North, Goole, Gilberdike, Rough, Ferriby, Hessel and Hull. Platform 0 for the 1305 Northern service to Hull.
Penalty fares apply on this service. You must buy a ticket before boarding this train.
And the LNER Azuma on platform 3A is leaving for London, and very soon Zuma on platform 4 will be leaving for York, where it will terminate.
Please mind the step when boarding this train and be aware this platform does not have tactile paving at the edge.
Three Class 66 freight locomotives pulling into the yards on the right side of platform 8.
Durham, Newcastle, Alnmouth and Edinburgh. This train has 9 coaches. First class accommodation can be found in zones 4 to 2. Standard class in zones 10 to 5.
Please mind the step when boarding this train and be aware this platform does not have tactile paving at the edge.
Train at platform 4 is the 1311 LMER Azuma, service to Edinburgh. This train has
As you can see there, the cross-country Voyager set has just left platform 8. And very soon, it's on the Arizuma towards Leeds. We'll head into platform 8.
Service to Leeds. Call it Wakefield Westgate and Leeds. This train has 10 coaches. This train will not be called Horsworth and Harrogate today. First class accommodation can be found in zones 7 to 4. Standard class in zones 10 to 8 and 3 to 1.
Obviously, normally, this service towards Leeds on platform 8 would usually continue towards Horsforth and Harrogate. Obviously today they've decided they don't want to do that.
Platform 8 of the 13:15 LNER service to Leeds. Train will not be called Horsworth and Harrogate today. First class accommodation found in zone 7 to 4. Standard class in zones 10 to 8 and 3 to 1.
The Edinburgh service leaving on the middle tracks to go up the East Coast Main Line north, while the Leeds service on platform 8 will stick to the tracks on the right, diverging onto the branch to Leeds.
The train at platform 8 is the 13:15 LNER Zuma service to Leeds.
Fitzwilliam, Sandal and Edbury, Wakefield Westgate, Outwood and Leeds.
Please mind the step when boarding this train, and be aware this platform does not have tactile paving at the edge.
The next train to arrive at platform 8 will be the 13:24 Northern service to Scarborough via Hull. Call it Goole, Gruff, Hull, Cottingham, Beverley, Driffield, Bridlington, Beverton, Hungerby, Filey, Seamer and Scarborough.
Southbound LNER Zuma on the fast track to London King's Cross.
security, this train is fitted with CCTV. Please keep your belongings with you or in sight at all times.